We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Miracle Boy Boxing. I am your host, Jose Cruz, and here I have with me today is one and only Pops with me.
That's right.
As we begin another chat in the best sport, one of the best sports in the world, boxing, my favorite sport, boxing. We are here to talk about one of the most controversial, based on everyone and what they say out there, and one of the most talked about debatable decisions in recent memory. And that is the tremendous fight that we saw at Louis Armstrong Stadium in New York when then defending champion Alberto Puello came in to the ring to take on the boogeyman, Subriel Matias, who Puello came into the ring 24-0 with 10 knockouts, and Subriel came in with a record of 22-2 with 22 knockouts. On paper, it was the best fight on the card. Stylistically, you got a pressure fighter, suffocating pressure fighter with volleying punches versus a very slick, talented fighter in Alberto Puello, who has become one of the best fighters going into that fight in the weight class, coming in with victories over Gary Antoine Russell, to Sandor Martin, and already a two-time world champion to his resume coming in. And then you got Subriel, who's a former IBF world champion coming in. Has defeated 6 undefeated fighters coming in on his resume. And a threat. And Matias has always been a threat in any fight. So, and another thing with this fight, too, is what Matias can do, because after he lost to Paro, coming in, Puyo was a better fighter. So the questions are, if Matias lost to Paro, what can he do with Puyo? And like I said, I've said it many times, Matias, something was off that night. It was what it was. He took the loss, bounced back, 2 victories by stoppage to Gilberto Rifle Ramirez.
All right.
And Goyas won those 5 by stoppages, and now here he is coming in to fight Puyo, and we all saw how he performed. Compare this performance to the power performance. Matias was non-stop aggression. Every round, when the bell rung, he's beating Puyo halfway across the ring, just ready to fight. And Puyo's is backing up most of the time. A lot of clinching, a lot of using his head. There was a point where Matias even used his head as well, because it was like, hey, Mela, ¿qué tú haces? Why are you using your head? And, Matias and Puyo were friends coming in. They're a really good friends. But when that bell rings, that's out the window. So when Puyo started to use his head, Matias was like, hey, you want me to use my head too? But all in all, it was a tremendous fight. Close on the scorecards. Everyone had it a draw. Some people had it a draw. Some people say Alberto Puello won it clearly. Some people say Matias deserved it in a razor-thin fight. And in this fight, it all depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a pressure, volume, body attacker like Matias, like he did in this fight, or you're looking for a counter-puncher, boxing, jabber, holding, ring generalship, it all depends what you're looking for in this fight. What do you think there?
I think you hit the nail on the head. But let me bring you back a little bit. I don't think they were friends. I think that they spoke and they knew each other. Friend. I don't think that was the case in this situation. Let's go back a little bit. Matias was looking forward to getting back his IBF.
Yeah.
And we all know that Hitchens was playing the chess game with him.
Yeah.
Okay. And all of a sudden, Matias' team received a call. And Puyo team at that moment offered Matias basically pennies for this fight, expecting Matias to say, let's negotiate, let's go for more money. Matias took the fight right away.
Yeah.
So the amount of money that Matias made in this fight was nothing. Matias said it.
And we only found that out last night in his interview in Contra Cope.
Matias said it. Matias said, I got basically nothing. He was team B. He really didn't have nothing to say, but yes, because the opportunity that Puyo, and I cannot applaud a Puyo for even going that route.
Yeah.
Maybe thinking that because of the amount of money he was offering, they was gonna say no. But Matias took the offer and the opportunity.
Right.
Okay, understand now that Matias is coming into this fight. One, he's the B side. Two, he had nothing to lose but gain. And three, he was already in a mission. He promised the people of Puerto Rico that he was going to become champ again.
Yes, he did.
Everybody underestimated the pressure against the swift boxer like Puyo. So what they said, well, if Paro beat him and he's not even close as swift as Puyo, then Puyo is going to play around with him. It's going to be an easy fight. I always told Hosian that as long as we get the Matias shows up, the real Matias shows up.
The one that fought Dadashev, the one that fought Jukinbaya, Ponce, Ergashev.
I don't care what boxer you put in front of Matias. If he comes right, you are going to get a handful of fight. From round 1 to round 12.
So Puyo,
in your face.
So Puyo being the best opponent Matias has fought, everyone was questioning, everyone was wondering what will Matias do because he got outboxed by Paro. But like I said, now that this fight is done, you want to compare the performances. Since Puyo is better than Paro, look at the performance of Matias. Matias was gassed out by the 6th round. He was not meeting Paro across the ring halfway every round like how he did Puyo. If you look at that, Matias was relentless with his body attack in the Puyo fight compared to the Paro fight. He threw more punches against Puyo than he did against Paro.
Much more.
I said, if Matias defeats Paro, that should start lifting some eyebrows up.
If Matias defeats Puyo.
Yeah, then that should start lifting some eyebrows up. Because if Puyo is a better fighter than Paro, and Matias defeats Puyo, then what does that tell you? On that night that happened on June 15th in Manatee.
So we all know, Hosiang, that, and Matias also said it. He said, if I beat Puyo, that should tell you a lot of what happened with Paro.
In Manatee, yeah.
He never put an excuse in between that fight. But we all know, those who know boxing know that the Paro that beat Matias was not the Matias we know.
And everyone,
let's get that straight. I'm really tired of hearing, oh, Paro beat. Okay, in paper he did.
Yeah.
But did he beat the real Matias?
Yeah.
Could he beat the Matias that beat Puyo? If Paro was Puyo that night
in New York,
he would have got stopped.
Yeah. He was looking to quit in the 6th round, and Matias was already gassed.
And next thing I want to bring up, Hosiang, when you look at the fight, okay, obviously I look at the fight 3 times. 1 in mute and 2 regular. And I cannot find a round to give Puyo more than, I actually give him a round. I give Matias 7-5 round advantage over Puyo. But honestly, round 2 could have gone anyway.
Puyo got it first round.
Okay. I honestly looked at it. I give it an 8-4. Okay. I give it an 8-4, but just go for the benefit of the doubt. I give Puyo 1 and 2. Okay. And I actually left it at 7-5 just to be kind to Puyo.
And you're not the only one that scored it 7-5.
7-5.
You had other people in the comment section and social media saying 7-5 Matias. Close fight, but Matias winning is not a robbery. It's not a robbery.
You know how many clinches Puyo did? He did over 90 clinches. Over 90. Headbutts, intentionally, he probably did 3 of them. But headbutts, it's amazing the way Puyo put his head down and always went into Matias.
Like an uppercut.
Yes.
That's why Matias kind of used his head as well after the fact, because it was just getting annoying.
So what happens if Puyo didn't clinch?
Ooh.
What happens if Puyo, for all the time that he did not clinch, he would have stand and fight? Let me. Over 90 clinches. More than likely, you know this study Paro and Matias fight.
Yeah, let's hold.
Okay? I'm surprised that the referee did not deducted a point or even disqualify Puyo for getting over 90 clinches. I'm not making that up. You could go and look at the fight. You're going to count over 90 clinches.
And as a matter of fact, not only that, on the card that he fought Matias on in front of Turki Alişi, who doesn't want to see none of that holding stuff. He wants to see fighting, toe to toe, both guys letting their hands go, none of that holding and teddy bear, cat and mouse, Tom and Jerry type of stuff. It's like Shakur. Look how he fought that night. That's what Turki Alişi wants. And Puyo was not really trying to give him that. You know, he was just being himself, boxing and holding when needed to, but it was too much holding for me. According to copy box stats of the fight, ladies and gentlemen, Puyo landed 17 more jabs than Matias. Power punches, Puyo landed 5 more power punches, so it was close in terms of power punches. Just Puyo landed 5 more. But body punches, if you saw the fight, how relentless and just consistent Matias attacked the body. Matias landed 101 body punches compared to 39 of Puyo's body shots.
So does body punches count in a boxing match?
It has to, because what's the sense of attacking downstairs if it's not going to be scored? Matias all night attacked the body, and that's what he needed to do against a fighter like Puyo. Boxers that move around, use their feet. Matias did what needed to be done, which is attack the body. And if you watch a fight, 101 body punches shouldn't surprise you, because Matias was down there all night. Attacking.
All night. So not only that, he gassed out in the 11th and 12th round. He looked tired. Let me tell you something. If I'm chasing you down for 10 complete rounds, chasing you, all you doing is moving.
12.
And I'm chasing someone that's fighting back off his back foot.
Yeah, and countering. Just countering.
Okay, and I'm fighting you for 10 rounds straight.
12 rounds.
No, I'm just saying before the 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Don't I have the reason to look a little fatigued in 11 and 12? I'm not a robot. I'm a human.
And what's crazy is that as tired as Matias looked, he still was pressing forward.
Of course.
He was in top shape for this fight, because Puyo is no joke. He knows how to use the ring, his feet, know how to be slick, and Matias was just had to go after it.
The next thing that I want to clarify here, people talking about even Puyo wanted a rematch. Understand now that the B side will be Puyo, and the A side will be Matias. Which definitely Matias is gonna do a few changes. One, the ring is gonna be small if you want to fight me. We're gonna fight in an 18 by 18 ring this time once the rematch is done. As long as Matias,
I think the ring was 18 by 18.
At that night, I don't think so.
Look at this smaller.
I don't think so, because Matias just said that a few things that he could change, which would be
a smaller ring.
Okay, and there are a few things that Matias could add to his revenge against Puyo. He didn't win left. He didn't went to his left side.
Rematch, not
to the rematch. He didn't go to his left side. He didn't switch.
No.
That's one. Two, he could do more centered punches.
And you know one thing? Earlier on in Matias' career, he was a really natural switch hitter.
Okay.
But he have abandoned that for some reason. He don't switch to the side, left hand, right hand. He used to do that while he attacking the body, but he have not been doing that for some time now.
Right. So there is space to implement other strategies on that rematch. All I'm saying is, in that rematch, if those that feel that Puyo won the first fight, you gonna get a blast on the second fight. Because it's gonna be a smaller ring. You're gonna get the same pressure, and more than likely, maybe Matias say, you know what, come fight me in Puerto Rico.
And
you just never know.
Matias and Puyo, the rematch in Puerto Rico is
a great choice, because you have a lot of people from Santo Domingo. And you
Of
have a
course,
lot of people, of
Americans.
course, and of course it's Puerto Rico.
So it'll be a tremendous fight to hold in the island. It'll do a lot of good numbers on the gate and revenue. So it makes sense. I'm not surprised if that fight takes place there. Uh, but all in all, man, the fight when we were there live in New York at Louis Armstrong Stadium, we saw a pretty close competitive fight. Grueling, both guys going to war, fighting hard, putting out their hearts. Puyo doing his thing, Matias doing his thing. And Matias proving that he can compete against a world-class fighter in Puyo.
Puyo, let me tell you, I have all respect for Puyo. Puyo showed me that he not only he's a great boxer,
yeah,
but tiene corazón. He's a dog. Tiene corazón.
He did not fold. He did not quit. He kept fighting because he didn't know how to lose coming into that fight. He was 24-0. 2, he was a defending world champion. So there was 2 things that Puyo fought for. Not only for his for his life and family, but the record and the title. So he was not giving up. Matias had to put him on a stretcher that day.
Oh, definitely. The Puyo, let me tell you something. Puyo will be back.
Yeah.
And Puyo will be a champ, but he's not going to get the WBC from Matias. and if he does, hey, it is what it is, but he will have to go beyond and beyond.
Yeah,
definitely.
You have to go through what he did in the first fight and a little more. Because Matias is going to come even more prepared and likely make some adjustments.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
More confidence for Matias in the rematch. Same thing. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Attack the body, pressure, uppercuts like he did. And Matias landed a good bit of uppercuts on the inside as well. Puyo with his beautiful right uppercut counters.
He have an amazing uppercut.
Yeah, and for long hands, for as long hands as he has, the reach, he fights well on the inside. Those uppercuts on the inside were beauty. One of those buzzed Matias. And even Puyo got buzzed in the fight too. So it was just a grueling fight for both fighters.
A great fight, amazing fight.
And Matias winning is not a robbery. I mean, 101 body punches. The pressure was consistent from round 1 to 12.
I really thought Matias was going to stop it.
Yeah, but Puyo showed a lot of heart.
Puyo showed a lot of corazón. This guy is amazing.
Which is why
he's one of those guys that now once he's not fighting Matias, I'm rooting for him. He's really good. Puyo showed the class that he has. He's elite for sure.
Yep, and not only that, one of the reasons why he's one of the best, if not the best, Dominican fighter in boxing currently, besides Carlos Adames and Eric Rosa.
Mira, Puyo se gana a Teofimo. Puyo ya le ganó a Russell. He don't beat Russell already. And he go after either of those.
And Sandro Martin.
Puyo will also beat Hitchens.
And Puyo beat Sandro Martin, many felt Sandro Martin defeated Teofimo, even dropped Teofimo.
So I feel that those belts that are out there, watch out for Alberto Puello.
Yeah, he can come around and win a belt again.
Because a few things that could happen. Turkey could offer him money to pull aside with the condition that he will make sure that he gets a title shot. Okay? What's the guy that Matias is supposed to be fighting?
Dalton Smith. In November 22nd on Riyadh season card and ring 4. David Benavidez will be taking on Anthony Yarde in that fight, in that card, the main event. And it's a good fight, but what I don't like about that fight is that Subriel cannot deliver on his promise, which is give Paro the rematch.
Correct.
Because Matias did said, and he's a man of his word about it. When I become world champion, not if, when, which he did, I will give Paro the rematch, because not only to give him the opportunity for the title shot, but to avenge my loss. So now that I'm champion, which I said I would be, here comes Turkey Al-Sheikh stopping those plans. Like, hey, no. November 22nd, you're going to fight him. You're mandatory. Dalton Smith from the UK, who is 18-0, 13 knockouts. A good fighter. He's like a Paro, but with a little bit more pop in his punches. Good feet, good boxing skills. It's a good fight. And like I said in my video about this fight, Dalton is in a level like a Chukipayev, a Ponce, a Dadashev, Ergashev. So he's a fighter that Matias has seen already and has defeated. But it's Dalton Smith. Matias never fought him, so you just never know. But the odds on favor, of course, will be Matias to defeat Dalton Smith. And there'll be another undefeated fighter that Matias will have the opportunity
to put
defeat.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
So Pitbull's supposed to be fighting who?
Angel Firo this Saturday on the Pacquiao Barrios card.
Don't Pitbull or Firo support any of those wins supposed to be the mandatory for the WBC for Subriel instead of Dalton Smith?
Well, according to the rankings, Dalton Smith was ranked number 1.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean because you're ranked number 1,
right, makes
you a mandatory
or get you a title shot. Because a lot of fighters that get ranked number 1 but don't get the title shot right away.
Correct. I think that Pitbull and Firo supposed to either or whichever one comes victorious, supposed to be the mandatory for Subriel. That's my understanding. It doesn't necessarily have to be the number 1. But anyhow, when Sturkey says jump, you gotta jump because the money is there.
The money will be there. Yep, this will be definitely Matias' highest pay. I thought he was gonna get paid good against Puyo, but no.
He didn't get paid nothing. He just took the opportunity and he did what he had to do. And not only that, the only thing I don't like with this is that he just came off a brutal fight. And one of the hardest thing in boxing is not the fight. It's the training you go through. It's the training you go through.
And the style for Matias, the training he has to go through to be in shape.
We just left 2 months of training into this dog fight. And then all of a sudden you're gonna get what? A month rest?
So the fight is in 4 months against Dalton Smith.
That's what I'm saying. You get a month rest? Month and a half?
Yeah,
2 months?
He needs 2 months to train.
And then you have a cut, then you're going to make sure he seals properly. By the way, that cut was definitely a headbutt.
That was a big cut. That was a big cut. Needs stitches.
So that beast spot was not stinging. He was butting. So it is what it is, but... And the new WBC
Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, El Orgullo de
Mantenillo, Subriel Matias.
Carajo. So, another thing about Matias defeating Puyo, it just shows that Matias can fight anybody in the 140 pound.
Oh, yes.
He can give anybody hell, and I've been saying this from the beginning. Matias is ready to fight anyone. Teofimo, Richardson Hitchens, anybody at 140. Now, and here's the thing. Subriel has fell off the IBF rankings because he became WBC champion, which is understandable. But I'm sure Hitchens didn't like that. Hitchens was praying Matias loses.
Oh, Hitchens, definitely.
To Puyo. As a matter of fact, Hitchens was actually looking forward to fighting Puyo going into that fight. So he was already overlooking Matias again. He did. He said that I want to fight Puyo. I'm interested in that fight. He never mentioned Matias again. And then here comes Matias winning this fight. And there's no mention of Hitchens saying, okay, I guess I want to.
Let's have a belt. Let's unify. Let's unify.
Let's unify. And nope.
Let me tell you, right? Base and style at 140. Matias, I could say this. If we get the real Matias and the real Hitchens, we will stop Hitchens. And Hitchens knows that. Teofimo, we want the real Teofimo and the real Matias. We will also stop Teofimo. Ooh. Okay? These guys know what time it is and what tree to climb.
So picture Hitchens fighting Matias Puyo. All that pressure, meet them Hitchens halfway across the ring. After every bell that sounds off, 101 body punches on Hitchens. Hitchens doesn't have the firepower to keep that beast off.
Oh no.
So what?
Oh no.
He hits just as much as Puyo or less.
And let me tell you, right? Puyo have a better boxing IQ than Hitchens.
I think Puyo is a better fighter than Hitchens.
Okay. Puyo, like I said, Puyo will beat Hitchens. He will beat Teofimo. And if he rematch with Russell, he will beat Russell.
Hitchens has the best jab at 140. I could give him that nice long jab and a nice 1-2. But in terms of arsenal and ring generalship, Alberto Puello is a better fighter than Richardson Hitchens.
How Hitchens will keep away Matias? He's going to get disqualified because he's going to be holding over 90 times.
The 1-2 and that nice long jab, the jab could work, but Matias is going to be on him because that power is not going to be there to keep Matias off. Matias is not going to respect it. Just like how he did against Puyo.
Hitchens, make the mistake and unify. Make that mistake and we're going to pull you flat.
So, Matias was a mandatory. He's no longer mandatory because now he's a WBC champ.
Right.
So guess what? Let's unify now. We can unify. No excuses. Stop running from me.
Teofimo, let's unify. We got something now. We got a belt.
Matias,
one of the most prestigious belt ever. The WBC.
The most beautiful title in boxing. WBC title. Let's see what happens. I mean, and that's a fight that could take place in New York easily at Madison Square Garden Theater. That'll be a tremendous fight. Let's see what happens. Man, when Hitchens has never, he don't mention Matias, man. He mentions every fighter. Like I said, coming into the Puyo Matias fight, he mentions Puyo. What about Matias?
They know what time it is. Monkey know what tree to climb. Straight up. Let me tell you something, right? I've been watching boxing.
Saludos, Coqui.
I've been watching boxing for many years. Okay, I myself trained when I was very, very, very much young in my teens. And I could tell you something. A boxer knows another boxer ability and capabilities. A boxer know if he have the ability to beat this particular boxer. And Hitchens, Teofimo, these guys have been running all year long. All year long. I mean, Teofimo is going to get the best purse ever.
And he still turned it
down.
I think it was, what, 5 million?
Because he knows that the comments he made about the Puerto Ricans, Matias said live and told him, give me the opportunity and I will shut your mouth up. The Puerto Ricans are not easy to beat. And he knows, Hitchens and Teofimo knows what time it is.
Read in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, Clinchens wants Teofimo. Clinchens, so it means Hitchens. But that's what we call him, because clinch.
Oh, yeah.
Clinchens. So Clinchens wants to go to 147. So he's saying Hitchens will go 147 before he even fight Matias. If Hitchens feels like he can no longer escape Matias, he's going to move up on top.
He will.
Yeah.
He will. He's a coward. He will.
I'll be surprised if Hitchens accept Matias' fight. I'll give him the respect. Like, okay, I respect. Take my head off. Let's see what happens.
Hitchens. Teofimo. Haney. Chickens. A chicken.
Like Matias said when they were asking him about the 140-pound division. When they mentioned Teofimo, he was like, next. Hitchens. Pussy. Haney.
Chicken. They're all chicken. They're not real dogs. Let me tell you, Shakur, I always told you, Shakur, the fights that he had, that he ran, and he probably did it because maybe injuries in his hands or whatever it was. Shakur, this night that just passed with Cepeda.
Oh, so switching gears here a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's all about Puyo.
That's a dog.
I know it's all about Puyo versus Matias, guys. But let's talk about the co-main event for a second. Shakur Stevenson turned in the pretty boy Floyd that night. If you ask me.
Yes.
He was no longer the defensive master. He was that, but he was more. He was in the pocket, trading shots, with a very aggressive, high-volume Mexican warrior in William El Camarón Cepeda, who came in with a record of 30-0 with 27 big wins by knockout. So Shakur really was in the fire and in the lion's den in that ring that night. He was trading shots, having success, eating punches. He was doing the shoulder roll, not really working out, because no one is like Floyd. So he was on the rope too much. That caused him to stumble back and trip, and everybody thought
He
got
didn't
buckled.
get hurt. He didn't get hurt.
When that happened, the crowd was like, "Oh, we were there," but it was a trip. It was an off balance thing. But Shakur showed that he can stand and fight.
Oh, Shakur, he's a beast,
and also adjust and be the boxer, the talented fighter that he is. So when Cepeda started to slow down, like in the 10th, 11th, 12th, Cepeda no longer had any steam in his shots, and I was like, Cepeda is burned out, man. And Shakur just picking him apart, easily seeing the shots coming, countering to the body, countering upstairs, and just ripping shots to the all over and just outclassing him.
But Shakur said he started to box approximately since when he was 7 years old.
It's a lot of experience.
7 years old, and then he had the opportunity to be around Mayweather. He had the opportunity to learn this craft that he has.
And not only that, be an Olympian for the 2016 Olympics.
Shakur get all my respect that night.
Being half Puerto Rican.
That night is because he was half Puerto Rican.
Unfortunately, it may not count as a rivalry because he's half black, half Puerto Rican. Maybe remember when he fought Oscar Valdez, he wore the patch. He did not wear the patch in this one, but he knows he's half Puerto Rican. He knows what time it is, and I'm sure he felt like he represented us in that fight. But it was a war. It was actually the best fight on that card. Imagine that, Shakur being the best fight on the boxing card.
That's crazy.
That says a lot.
Mr. Runaround.
Which means
stood up.
Which means like, no way. I gotta check this fight out. Shakur, the best fight on the night.
And we just saw a war between Puyo and Matias.
And Shakur went in there and stole the show with Camarón Cepeda.
That was a fight.
That was one of the best fights I've seen. And I said this in my channel that Shakur versus Cepeda was one of the best fights in the lightweight division to make. They made it happen, and look what we got. We got a tremendous fight.
Oh, yes.
Now let's talk about the main event between Edgar, the Monster Berlanga, versus Hamza Shiraz.
Woo!
In what was a tremendous fight until it got stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, Edgar Berlanga coming out in a really tremendous entourage, Fat Joe, in that tremendous lean back song. I'm going to play for you guys in a second.
Yeah.
So we in the stadium, and we all into the entrance, watching Edgar come down to the ring. Everything was on point. Entrance was A1.
Big Puerto Rican flag.
Puerto Rican flags all over. Edgar representing his hometown. And we're all feeling like Edgar is going to pull this off.
Edgar had the exclamation point coming into the main event.
Lean back.
I think he leaned back too much, though. What do you think?
Lean back. He leaned forward and back.
Oh, my Jesus Christ.
He leaned forward and back.
My mouth was open, and I couldn't believe it. What the hell happened right in front of my eyes?
It was one of the most vicious knockouts in the history of the sport. So You're defending your hometown, and here you are getting blasted out of it by a good fighter. I said in my video that Hamza Shiraz is a live dog in this fight. I'm in a group chat with my Puerto Rican friends as well, and I said it. Shiraz is a live dog. He can punch.
He can
box. And I've said it that he's going to be a future world champion, and he showed his qualities against Edgar. He did something that Canelo couldn't do, which is starch him out in 5 rounds.
Ooh.
Viciously. No dispute about the KO. It was what it was. The referee saved Edgar's life in that fight.
In the 4th round.
5th.
No, I'm talking the 4th round that he got hurt first.
He got saved by the bell.
He got saved by the bell. When he went to his corner, I said, this is it. This is it. It's not going to be enough time for him to recover because he got hit. Oh, my Jesus. I heard it from where it was.
PR boxing, the most thing that happened to Shakur was his daughter saying that Cepeda, he almost knocked him out. Because when they were interviewing him after the fight, Shakur had his baby daughter on his arms. And when they ask him, how in that fight with Cepeda, they asked him the question there, and his daughter was like, "You almost got knocked out." And then he was like, "No, I didn't. Come on, no tablet, or gaming for a week."
So let me tell you, hats off to Cepeda.
Yeah.
That's what you call a real corazon, fighting forward,
One
punches and bunches.
typical tough Mexican, man.
Cepeda will become a champ.
Yeah.
It's just that
He fought the best fighter at
he had a
135.
dancing partner it's one of the best that ever puts on the gloves.
Next week, we'll be adding another champion to the Puerto Rico list. Xander Zayas will join Subriel Matias, Santiago, El Chulo Santiago, and Oscar El Pupillo Collazo. Oscar Collazo is actually the face of Puerto Rican boxing right now. He's a unified ring minimum weight world champion who has the punching power, the ring IQ, the ring generalship, a warrior as well, can give a shot and take a shot, and he's just an overall well-rounded fighter, the best Puerto Rican fighter right now. Rene Santiago, who gave a good fight to Bomba, lost that fight. Bomba went up in weight, dropped the belt. Rene picked it up after defeating Shokichi Iwata in Japan, doing the Bomba.
Great job.
Going over there to do what Bomba did, defeat Shokichi Iwata in Japan and bring home the title. So Rene, very solid fighter. And now we have Xander Zayas, who's going to be fighting Garcia. Tough Mexican fighter, good punching power in Madison Square Garden this weekend in the main event. And Xander Zayas will go for his first world title finally. The moment that we all been waiting for as Xander Zayas fans and Xander Zayas. This is the fight to carry that banner of Puerto Rican boxing, to do what Cotto did, Tito did, which is take over Madison Square Garden for the Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend like every year. Fill that thing out, fill the big room out. Enough of the theater. It's time for Xander Zayas to take over the big room at Madison Square Garden. And before he gets that, he has to start this Saturday by defeating Garcia for the vacant WBO junior middleweight title. And Xander Zayas looks like a monster heading into this fight. In one of my videos recently, I put up a little bit of work on the mitts, and he looks
massive,
strong, shredded, explosive, ready to explode like a dynamite in this fight. So I'm looking forward to it this Saturday. A lot of boxing too this Saturday, man. You got Xander Zayas taking on Garcia for the vacant WBO 154-pound title, and then you got Pacquiao returning after 4 years to take on Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title, Barrios' title. Then you got Usyk in a rematch against Daniel Du Bois, taking over in the UK. So a lot of boxing. You need like 5 split screens to watch all this.
Oh yes.
Then you got Jesse Bam Rodriguez against Cafu for Bam's unified titles. A lot of boxing. So get your pizza ready, get your fast food ready, get whatever you got ready, and get ready to enjoy a great night of fights this weekend.
Definitely.
So yeah, man. Zayas is ready. He is correct. Collazo is ahead of everyone right now. Yes, he is. You got to give it to him, man. Man holding the Ring Magazine and unified titles. And the minimum weight class is not an easy weight class. There's some good fighters on there. You got Melvin Jerusalem. Of course, Collazo himself. You got Fresh Mart on there. You got Pedro Taruran, who's another tremendous Filipino fighter. So that weight class is no joke. So for Collazo to go in there and become unified champion says a lot. He has some serious firepower, competition in that weight class. So yeah, let's see, man. At the end of the day, Subriel Matias is champion. Xander Zayas, if he wins this Saturday night, he will join Subriel, Collazo, Rene as male Puerto Rican champions. Amanda Serrano, of course, is our queen, La Reina, 126-pound unified champion, the greatest female Puerto Rican fighter of all time, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. What do you think of Yankel Rivera? Yankel Rivera, former Olympian, the only Olympian to represent Puerto Rico in 2020 in the Olympics in Tokyo. Excellent punching power, sharp, excellent punch placements, very skilled, very crafty. He is going to be.
I think he have a fight coming up too, right?
Against Angelino Cordova. I forgot the date already, but it's against Angelino Cordova in what should be a solid scrap. Someone has got to go. That's not an easy fight for both men. Yankel has to deal with the volume, the heart, the guts of Angelino Cordova.
Definitely.
Who's going to keep coming and won't stop throwing. And Angelina Cordova is going to have to continue, is going to have to deal with the excellent reflexes, sharp counters, and excellent punch placements of Yankel, which Angelina Cordova is can be open to a lot of Yankel Rivera's counter shots. So it's a tremendous fight. So Yankel has what it takes to be a world champion. You know, I'll be highly disappointed if he doesn't become world champion.
I like him. I saw him live also in Puerto Rico. Very
the tools to get it done, and he's been matched tough from the second fight of his pro career. I think he only has 5 pro fights, 6, and from his second fight, he's been matched tough against up and coming Mexican fighters his age, undefeated, some got 1 loss. Like Sandoval, another good Mexican fighter. So Yankel is built for this fight. He's built to become world champion with 6 fights only because of how tough he's been matched. So I'm looking forward to what he can do against Angelino Cordova, and looking forward to him picking up a world title for Puerto Rico. Zayas fights the 26th. So that's next week. Okay, so that's too much boxing in one day. Okay, so it's next week in 2 weeks.
Okay, good. That's even better.
So that's good because I would like to focus on Xander Zayas getting the job done and picking up that world title, because watching Pacquiao Barrios and Usyk to boy, that's too much boxing, and it's crazy. So it's good that is next week. So it's on the 26th. So that's good. So ladies and gentlemen, let me see the comment section. Yes. Zayas is ready. Zayas for the 26th. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. 42 minutes in, almost a whole hour. We got 9 views. Of course, they've been in and out. Make a live stream in the future, ranking all-time Puerto Rican fighters. Should be fun. I'll keep that in mind, sir. Easy mighty. That's a good topic, and that's a fun topic to talk about because there's so many on the list, especially the guys in the back on my poster. You got Tito, Camacho, Cotto, and Wilfred Benitez, just to name a few. So yeah, guys, leave your comment section in below. Tell me what you guys think about this live between me and my dad about Puyo versus Matias and everything we talked about. Shakur's performance against William Cameron Cepeda, Hamza Shiraz blasting out Edgar Berlanga, embarrassed him in front of his hometown in New York, and just this great night of boxing between Pacquiao Barrios, Usyk, the boys too, and next week on the 26th, Xander Zayas looks for his first world title against Jorge Garcia. Perez, I think that's his name. And what should be another chapter in the long story rivalry between Mexican and Puerto Rican fighters. So yeah, it is a pleasure to have you guys here on my channel. As always, it's always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing. Miracle Boy Boxing. I'm your host, Olsen Cruz. Right here, Miguel Cruz, my dad.
Appreciate you guys.
Nothing but boxing geeks here, gurus who knows about the science. Big fans, as you all know, and it's always a pleasure to sit down right here and talk to you guys about boxing. And I'll see you guys in my next video and on the next live stream. Peace.
Peace.
Much love, guys. Take care.